It's CCSD Today, your insider's guide to the Charleston County School District. This week, we meet the Charleston County Spelling Bee champion. Then, we head to Laing Middle School to hear about their award-winning STEM program and talk to Principal Jay Whitehair about Black History Month. CCSD Today starts right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to CCSD Today. I'm your host, Everett German. Well, coming up on today's episode of CCSD Today, we'll catch up with the Charleston County School District Spelling Bee champion, Artie Uganda. She's a fifth grader over at Ashley River Creative Arts Elementary School, so we'll catch up with this special young lady to talk a little bit about spelling. Then we'll head over to Mount Pleasant, over to Laing Middle School to catch up with the principal, Mr. Whitehair, as well as talk a little STEM. So all of that coming up on today's show. We'll take a break. You're watching CCSD Today.
The law firm of Young Clement Rivers has been serving the Charleston Low Country since 1968. All of the lawyers of Young Clement Rivers are proud to be partners with the Charleston County School District. We are convinced that the hard work of the school district employees and staff prepares our young people to face the challenges of the future. We look forward to continuing our partnership and in helping the school district to meet its standard of excellence.
And welcome back everyone to CCSD Today. I'm Everett German. Well, we're here at Ashley River Creative Arts Elementary School in West Ashley, and I'm pleased to be joined by the absolute best speller in all of Charleston County schools in terms of grades 5 through 8. We have the Spelling Bee champion with us, Artie Uganda, joining us here, a fifth grader here at Ashley River Creative Arts. And Artie, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, now Artie, I heard you are the absolute best speller in Charleston County School District in terms of kids in grades between 5th and 8th. How does that make you feel to know that you're the champion of Charleston County School District?
It makes me feel really excited, and I worked hard for for the spelling and everything, and all through the spelling lists. It was hard, but it was worth it.
All right, now back on January the 19th, that's when you won the district championship. Now you mentioned you worked hard in terms of studying, and so kind of give us a little insight. Do you get any word in the dictionary? Do you get a list? How does it work in terms of words that you're required to know how to spell?
Well, for the district, they gave us a list of 2,000 words, and for the regional, we still have that same list, and there's surprise words at the end of each round, and you don't know those words. So I'm studying the dictionary too. So.
Now, how did this passion? Most kids, they like math. Some kids maybe like reading, or just different types of subjects. How did your love for spelling come about?
Well, first, when my teacher announced that we were having a spelling bee for the class, I thought that I would try it because I was interested. And as I kept on progressing, I thought that it was, I liked the challenge.
So obviously you're motivated by challenges, and that's what kind of got you interested. So now you mentioned back when you won the championship on the 19th, you got a medal, you got a trophy to classify you as the best speller in Charleston County School District. But now it doesn't stop there. Talk about the next journey in terms of your quest to be the best speller in the world coming up on March the 9th in terms of regionals. Tell us a little bit about that.
So on March 9th, there's a regional spelling bee, and it's in Southern University in Charleston, and I think it'll be challenging there too.
Now, for regionals, are these kids from across the Southeast? Who all will you be participating against?
I think Dorchester and Berkeley.
Okay.
I'll be part of it.
All right, that's very good. And again, that's 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. So you're competing against middle schoolers. And then, of course, the big prize, if we can win, not if, when you win regionals on March the 9th, then, of course, you get to go to Washington, D.C. How exciting would that be once you win this championship?
That would be really exciting.
Have you thought about just making that journey and maybe the nerves and just how cool would it be for you to go to the nation's capital?
That would be cool.
All right, now I was talking a little bit about you, the individual, obviously a great student. Now, after you get done with high school and go off to college, what do you want to be in life?
A doctor.
Now what type of doctor do you want to be?
Maybe a doctor for kids.
Okay, so pediatrician, love for kids. All right, there's nothing wrong with that. And of course, requires to know how to spell, because if you're writing prescriptions and all, you have to know. So I guess finally, this is a spelling segment. So Artie, I'll ask you, how do you spell champion?
CHAMPION.
Now see, that's interesting because I spell champion AARTIANUGONA, and that's you, Artie and Uganda, joining us here. Artie, congratulations on being the champion of the district.
Thank you.
Hopefully you'll be the champion of the regionals, and then you'll get a chance to go to Washington, D.C., and we'll catch up with you then. All right, that's Artie and Uganda joining us here on CCSD today. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we're going to go across the bridge. We're going to go to Laing Middle School. We'll catch up with the principal, James Whitehair. We'll talk a little bit about their STEM team that they have there at East of the Cooper, as well as, well, we'll catch up with a little Black History Month presentation. So again, you're watching CCSD today. We're here at Ashley River Creative Arts Elementary School. We'll be right back.
I did not choose teaching so much as I think teaching chose me. I love it. I don't consider it so much a job as I do a passion. One of the most important things is getting to know the kids so I can be a better teacher, and I can help them feel successful, and I can help them feel confident in just being who they are, accepting who they are, accepting and celebrating their differences. It's been an amazing environment, a great community. I couldn't be more proud representing Charleston County.
Kids learn it at their own pace, to remediate on their own, see their own results, celebrate their successes right there.
I think it's easier for me to do things like online, like it captures my attention better than like doing it in books.
It's just made it easy. It's made it easy, and the kids like it.
There are a lot of pictures. Sometimes it can be really funny, and some stories are make-believe.
I would never have believed that we would be a school that would be fully, implementing technology in every classroom. So we did it, and it's due to McGraw-Hill.
And welcome back, everyone, to CCSD today. As you can see, we're on the road. We've made the trip over the bridge and at Laing Middle School here in Mount Pleasant. We're joined by Mel Goodwin. He is the STEM coach here at Laing. And back on January 27th, a high honor was awarded to Laing. Mr. Goodwin, talk about being voted the #1 STEM middle school in the country.
Well, it was very exciting for us. It's something we've been trying for 3 years, and this was the year that we got there.
Now, a lot of people may not be familiar or even understand what is STEM and what does it stand for?
STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And in some schools, it's those subjects. They're taught as subjects. We have science and math classes, but for us, STEM means the tools of those disciplines. It means using the tools really in every class to make our instruction a little bit more meaningful to the students.
Now we're in the STEM room here at Laing Middle School, and a lot of toys and gadgets. I would imagine, Mr. Goodwin, this is a very popular place for the students here at Laing.
They get in here as much as they can. They all enjoy it. And and it's not just the students. We have a lot of teachers that are really picking this up, and everything you think you know, you kind of find out you're wrong. We thought that this would be a really sort of science-heavy kind of activity, And it's turned out that English and social studies are just as involved and make just as much use of these tools as anybody else.
Now, you mentioned for 3 years you guys have been trying to get that award, that title as #1 school in the country. What all goes into that process and being named the #1 STEM middle school in the United States?
There is an application process, and the application is about 20 questions, and you have to answer really what they think characterizes a good STEM school, and you have to submit a 90-second video that explains what you're doing and why you deserve to be #1.
Now, is this obviously it's still a process that's ongoing? Talk a little bit about that process, because I know you said there's still a lot of growth for the school.
Very much, and the last thing this award means is that we have arrived. We still have a long way to go to be everything that we can be and should be. But what the award really means is that we have a meaningful vision for what STEM should be in a school, and we're making progress at getting there.
Now, what is that vision for Laing?
To be honest, it is to reshape public education to meet the needs of 21st century students as well as the needs of our 21st century economy.
And of course, a lot of news about public education going on right now, or from coming out of Washington. So this obviously is a very important part of ongoing education for our students.
Well, we certainly think so, and one of our big objectives is to sort of be the laboratory for a 21st century STEM school and try things out, find things that work, find things that don't, and then share that experience with as many other schools as we possibly can.
Now, I would imagine being the #1 school in the country, have you had fielding calls from other schools wanting to know what's going on here at Laing?
We have. We've had a number of people that want to come visit, and of course we welcome that. One from as far away as New Mexico. That lady's planning to be in Charleston in a couple of months, and we're looking forward to having her here.
Well, Mr. Goodwin, congratulations on being named the #1 STEM middle school in the entire country, right here in Mount Pleasant, right here in Charleston County School District. Congratulations to you and the Laing students.
Well, thank you for coming and helping us spread the word.
All right, that is Mel Goodwin joining us here on CCSD today. A ton of great things going on here at Laing Middle School. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll catch up with the principal to hear about those great things. You're watching CCSD Today.
Kiowa Cares represents a really unique way and an organized way for folks who live here on Kiowa to connect, partner, and help those who live in our neighborhood, which includes Johns and Wobbler Island.
And the idea was that many, many people who live on Kiowa very generously work as individuals in the community. But we felt as a community association, we needed to do more in a unified way to be good neighbors. And out of that came the idea of Kiowa Cares.
They brought volunteers, but most of all, they brought love. They showed love and they said, we want to be a good neighbor, and they have been a good neighbor to me and to this community.
Kiowa Cares quickly jumped on board and was really excited about the idea of supporting the local farmers and supporting the Johns Island community as well.
We're excited about the partnership, and we are in constant communication, updating them on things that we are working on, areas where I continue to see improvement, I share with them. And so it's like we are in tune, working together, one common goal, and it's all beginning to come together.
What it means to me to be a part of Kiowa Cares is I'm able to do things I wouldn't normally have done on my own. I get the sense of community when I work with them.
We're trying to put good people in touch with organizations that could use their help.
Hi, I'm Reese. I'm in the 8th grade at Laing Middle School of Science and Technology. At Laing, all of our students and teachers use STEM tools to make our classes more interesting. Kids learn to solder when they make LED maps in 6th grade social studies, and then expand their skills when they make electronic picture books in English language arts.
In science, we use microcontrollers to show flow processes in human organ systems.
We're building apps to help study historic events in world geography.
We teach our kids that failure is an option as long as you fail forward.
In 8th grade social studies, students work in teams on a greenhouse project that targets the problem of food deserts within our community.
This approach lets students take ownership of their learning and builds collaboration, communication, and other soft skills that are essential to success in 21st century careers.
Welcome to Spamware Systems Center Atlantic. We deliver the IT systems that allow our naval forces, that's the Navy and Marine Corps, to dominate around the entire globe. In order to bring kids into the STEM career field, we have partnered with the Laing Middle School because they are focused on STEM curriculum from day one. Their ability to show our youth the opportunities that exist is unparalleled.
At Laing, we are using STEM to improve academic performance,
close achievement gaps, build 21st century work skills,
and grow student interest in STEM careers.
And welcome back, everyone. Still here at Laing Middle School in Mount Pleasant. That video that you just actually saw, that was the 90-second video that was submitted that garnered Laing the top STEM middle school in the country. So a good job by the students and also all of the faculty that participated in that video. Speaking of faculty, the leader of the faculty joins us now, Jay Whitehair, the principal here at Laing. And Jay, before we talk a little bit about Black History Month, let's talk about that STEM accomplishment by the school. As the principal, you have to be awfully proud of that award.
You're exactly right, Everett. We are very honored. This is a tremendous achievement for our teachers, our students, and our entire Laing community. Using the tools of STEM to solve real-world problems is not an easy task, but our faculty has bought into that vision, and not only bought in, but they've implemented and executed at a high level. So,
every day and every month, obviously important in kids' lives today. February, obviously the Black History Month, the 1 month that we stop to recognize the great achievements of African Americans. Today here at your school, we had a presentation, a play performance of sort. Talk a little bit about African American and Black History Month here at Laing Middle School.
Well, if you think of Laing, the history of Laing resembles the history of our country. Laing, we just recently celebrated the 150th anniversary, and if you look at the origins of Laing, it started after the end of the Civil War with recently freed slaves here in the old village of Mount Pleasant. And to honor that, we celebrated 150 years at this school, and at the time we were able to bring back the numerous alumni that have produced the legacy that it is today at Laing. So yeah, we're very proud and we're honored, and today with the Black History Program, we're very honored to have one of the survivors of the Emmanuel Church shooting, Miss Phyllis Shepard.
Yeah, you talk about just the history of Laing, and it's one thing to read or learn about Black History Month and obviously African Americans, but as you mentioned, very special to have alumni come back and present and learn about the history of the school. A lot of schools don't have that fortune.
You're exactly right. We were the Laing Alumni Association came back together, and just the stories that we were able to learn or hear from many of our alumni was just unbelievable. It really touched my heart, and it touched the hearts of all of our students just to hear their story, hear about the legacy of Laing from its origins to the modern day.
It's so important for schools and students to have programs of this nature, because a lot of times, when you ask the average kid, yeah, they know about Rosa Parks, they know about Martin Luther King Jr., but there's so many others. So I think this is obviously just a great way for them to learn, but also for the alumni to also give back to help bridge that gap between the past and the present.
You're exactly right. I mean, the stories that we have within our community, and specifically here at Laing, teach us lessons about life, teach our students lessons about life, and it's just an honor to be a part of such a feat.
All right, so that's Jay Whitehair, the the principal over here at Laing Middle School. Not only is he the principal of the #1 ranked STEM middle school in the country, but also the middle school here in the Low Country that is really putting the emphasis on Black History Month and also bringing back the alumni to bridge that gap. So Jay, always a pleasure catching up with you.
Everett.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
All right, we'll take our final break. When we come back, we'll wrap it up here from Laing Middle School. You're watching CCSD Today.
Some problems are tough. Reaching your customers shouldn't be. Blue Wave and Comcast have the creative edge to make you stand out from the crowd and connect with your customers. Whether you need a commercial for television, video for your website, or a custom-made website, we are the easy solution for every advertising problem.
And welcome back, everyone, to CCSD Today. Well, we hope you enjoyed today's show. A special thank you to the folks over at Ashley River Creative Arts Elementary School and right here at Laing Middle School for hosting us to tape today's show. Well, thanks for watching. I'm Everett German. We'll see you next time.